Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I am going to be your host this evening. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining us on this here May 8th of 2024. Happy birthday, Peter. Thank you. We're going to get this game started in just a moment. Come on over to this website that is quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. It is a fully interactive virtual answer sheet. Once you get to the website, you're going to notice that it asks you for a few basic sign-up details to join the game. Those details include a team name, an email address. Then you're going to find a drop-down menu that asks you whether you are or are not a part of the league. Whatever your league status may be, we welcome you to play with us here tonight. You don't have to be in the league to be a part of it, but if you are, great. Hope it's going well for you thus far in season 58 of NYC Trivia League. This evening, we're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Anything can come up in this game, all sorts of general knowledge rounds. Our first 3 categories are going to be question and answer style rounds, and our fourth and final theme of the evening is going to be a picture round. That means the majority of the quiz are these question and answer rounds. Let's overview how those are going to work. For round number 1, for example, I'm going to ask you a question right here out loud for you to hear. As I ask it, it will pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, meaning that you will be able to see the questions as I ask them. Some of your questions may have multiple choice options. The vast majority of your questions this evening are going to be short answer in their structure. It is your goal to enter in the response that you believe to be correct, and then click the button that says Submit Answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Yeah, there is a countdown timer that's going to pop up for every question in these first 3 rounds. If you want to change your response and you still have some time left on that timer, feel free to enter in a new answer. Just make sure you click Submit Answers again so that we receive your most up-to-date response. Let's say you enter in a response, but you have a spelling error. It happens. Don't sweat it. I am able to see what you put as your responses, and I will do my very best to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. Hi, if you're just joining, welcome. I'm Meredith. I'm going to be your trivia host on this fine Wednesday evening. I hope you're doing well out there. As I mentioned before, we're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia tonight, and you can get yourself signed up for the game by coming to this website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get there, enter in that team name, email address. Let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. Then click that button that says Sign Me Up to Play. We are currently in our 8th week of season 58. After 7 weeks of this season, We Drink and We Know Things are in the top spot in the league with 221 points. And the question marks are rounding out that 10th spot. Well done to those 2 teams and every other team in the top 10 right now. Things could shake up. We've got a few weeks left in this current league season. Check out the full standings by heading to nyctrivialeague.com/standings. If you're just joining, hi there. Come on over. quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. That is where you get signed up to play here tonight. Enter in a team name and email address. Let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. Our fourth and final category of the night, that's where we're going to switch things up a little bit. It will be time for the picture round. The picture round is structured differently than our first 3 categories of the evening, and I'm going to walk you through the specifics when we get to that point of the quiz. Before we dive into round number 1, I do have 2 simple rules that I kindly ask that you all abide by here tonight. Rule number 1, the most important rule of trivia: do not cheat at this game. What is cheating? It's looking the answers up in any way, shape, or form. That defeats the purpose of what we're doing here tonight. Use your brains, folks. Thanks. Rule 2, do not give away the answers in the chat. Talk to us. Love hearing from you in any language you want to speak in. We're getting quite a variety here tonight. Just kindly do not give away the answers. That is all I ask of you here. And we're going to get into our first round in just a moment. This is your last chance to get signed up for the game before we dive into round number 1. So come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Enter in that team name, email address. Let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. And you will be joining these 51 fabulous trivia teams from New York City and around the country, around the world. From our first team to get signed up tonight, Puzzled Potato Pals. Hi. Down to our most recent team to get signed up, Tortured Gravy Department. Hello to both of those teams and every team in between. Let's do it, everybody. Best of luck on tonight's quiz. Our first category of the evening, we're talking all about what a racket. What a racket is our theme. Racket being the key word here. We're talking tennis, other racket sports. Let's do it. Round 1, question number 1. What tennis ball brand has been the official partner of the US Open since 1978? Name that tennis ball brand. Just ask Tom Hanks in Castaway, and he could tell you that the official tennis ball brand is Wilson. Wilson, your correct response for number 1. An excellent start to the game with 71% of you getting that one right. Question number 2. The latest actress from a Spider-Man franchise to go on to star in a tennis-related movie is what portrayer of Tashi Duncan in the movie Challengers? Kirsten Dunst was in Wimbledon. Then we had Emma Stone in Battle of the Sexes. And most recently, Zendaya in Challengers. Zendaya, your correct answer for number 2. Look at that. Beautiful. 90% of you got it right. Our third question of the night. What a racket, our theme. What racket sport invented in 1965 that originally involved the use of a badminton court, ping pong paddles, and a wiffle ball, gets its name from a term for a boat with a ragtag group of rowers who usually come last in a race? A ragtag group of rowers who typically come in last in a race is known as a pickle boat. It's pickleball. Pickleball. Taking it back even a step further, the reason it was called a pickle boat is it goes back to fishermen who, when the last boat who would return to port, they were left out to pickle the catch that they had gotten that day. And it was also just a ragtag group of misfits in that boat. Our fourth question: what is the three-letter term for a tennis serve that hits the top of a net but is otherwise good, and so the serve is taken again? That type of tennis serve that hits the net but is otherwise good, so it's taken again. It is called a let, Let. Let, your correct answer for number 4. Question number 5. With over 25 million active players worldwide, the FIP is the governing body of what racket sport that is believed to have been invented in Mexico in 1969 and uses a stringless racket and enclosed court? This question proving to be incredibly difficult. There are so many people around the world who play this game. It is called padel. Padel, your correct answer. Only 17% of you got it right. Incredibly challenging. Well done to those teams, but it certainly deserves one of these. Question number 6. Third all time in women's Grand Slam singles titles behind Margaret Court and Serena Williams, what German tennis player is the only singles player to achieve a Golden Slam, winning all 4 majors and the Olympic gold medal in a single calendar year? A lot of excellent guesses coming in, and then one team put Steve Buscemi. Not correct. I like it though. Your correct answer is Steffi Graf. Steffi Graf achieved the Golden Slam in 1988. 58% of you got that one right. Our seventh question in this What a Racket round. Wimbledon is the only major tennis tournament that is played on grass, while which other major tennis tournament is the only one played on clay? Narrows it down a little. It is neither the US nor the Australian Open. It is, however, the French Open. French Open, your correct answer for number 7. Question number 8. After his win at the 2022 US Open, what Spanish professional tennis player became the youngest man and first teenager in the Open era to top the singles rankings? Happy to introduce many of you to Padel, which I also had not heard of before that question, but it is apparently incredibly popular around the world. Your correct answer for number 8, that tennis player is Carlos Alcaraz. Alcaraz, your correct response for number 8. We've got 2 more questions in this round. Let's do it. Here is number 9. What 1951 Alfred Hitchcock movie surrounds amateur tennis star Guy Haines and the wealthy Bruno Antony, who scheme to swap murders? That Alfred Hitchcock movie about an amateur tennis star and a wealthy person who swap murders is called Strangers on a Train. Strangers on a Train. And we are on to our final question in this first round. Here it is, number 10. When a player wins a set with a score of 6-0 in tennis, it is given what baked good nickname? A score of 6-0 has a baked good nickname. Sorry to say it's not a cookie, a muffin, or a donut, but if you put bagel, you are correct. Bagel, yeah, you gotta bake those before they're edible. 43% of you got that one right. That does bring us to the end of round number one. Hope you're having fun thus far. Let's check in with our standings for our top teams as we head into round number two. We currently have a tie for 8th place with 8 points between Tortured Gravy Department, the question marks, Plato's Republic, cute, Shenadian, Not Enough Urkels, Why Not Zoidberg, Jackash Incorporated, Long Pond Old Goats, and Team Nidhogg. Tied in third with 9 points. We Drink and We Know Things 12 and 69. Actually, Team 578 and Team 578. And we've got a two-way tie for that top spot. Perfect scores in this racket of around 10 for 10. The novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000 and J&J. Well played, folks. So we're going to dive right on into our second round of the game, which tonight is in the category of Vikings and Pirates. So switching it up here, moving from racket sports to Vikings and Pirates. Here's round two. Question number one. The Museum of the Viking Age is replacing the Viking Ship Museum when it opens in 2027 in what capital of Norway? And name that capital city. The capital of Norway, home to the Museum of the Viking Age, or at least it will be as of 2027. It's Oslo. And would you believe we've got a social on our hands? Everyone who submitted got that one right. Our second question in round number two. What is the traditional English name for the skull and crossbones flag flown by pirates to indicate that their ship is attacking? Their flag means death. It's the Jolly Roger flag. Jolly Roger is what you call that flag, and skull and crossbones flag. Look it up. The origin of it is wild. It's like kind of nonsense. Question three. The drama series Vikings debuted in 2013 on the History Channel and in 2022 released a Netflix sequel series named for what hall in Norse mythology where warriors who die in battle are welcomed into the afterlife? The sequel series to Vikings is called Vikings Valhalla, or simply Valhalla. And for the second time this game, you're nailing it. We've got a social. Well played. Question number 4. The first English circumnavigation of the world was completed in 1580 by what privateer from the Spanish branded as a pirate? Pardon me, the Spanish branded them as a pirate. I misspoke. They're English. You can read it. Well into season 58. I'm curious, folks, those of you who play with us from week to week, how do you feel about having the questions up here as part of my screen? Does it add anything? Does it take away anything for you all? I think it adds to like the rewatchability of the broadcast, which you can find over on YouTube at the Trivia List. So if you ever want to rewatch something, we're at the Trivia List on YouTube. But otherwise, is it helping? Is it hurting? Is it nothing? Your correct answer for number 4, it's Sir Francis Drake. Sir Francis Drake. The Spanish called him a pirate. Question number 5. What sacred bird in the Norse religion that is heavily associated with the god Odin is believed to have been used on most Viking war banners? That type of bird that is sacred in Norse religion, often associated with Odin. It is a raven. Raven, your correct answer for number 5. 67% of you got that one right. And this one, it's a little bit tangential, but in the movie Thor, as well as its sequels, we've got Sir Anthony Hopkins playing none other than Odin himself. And in Thor Ragnarok, we have our theme for this season playing the Grandmaster, none other than Jeff Goldblum. You've been Goldbloomed, everybody. There he is in that snazzy gold jacket down below as the Grand Master. Question number 6. The Pittsburgh Pirates play baseball at PNC Park along what river with a view of downtown Pittsburgh? You got 3 options there. Which one is that park on? You can find all three of those rivers in downtown Pittsburgh, but the one upon which you can find PNC Park is the Allegheny River. Allegheny, your correct answer for number six. 56% of you got that one right. Four more questions in this Vikings and Pirates round. Here's number seven. What son of Eric the Red is thought to be the first European to step foot on continental North America roughly half a millennium before Christopher Columbus? Son of Eric the Red, thought to be the first European to set foot on continental North America way before Christopher Columbus. It's Leif Erikson. Your correct answer there for number seven. Three more questions in this round. Here is number eight. Featuring Javier Bardem as the undead Captain Salazar, what is the subtitle for the most recent feature film in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise? That most recent movie in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise that features Javier Bardem, it is called Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales. Dead Men Tell No Tales. How'd you do? 48% of you coming in with a correct answer for number eight. You know your Pirates movies. Here's number nine. In 2017, before eventually being traded to the Buffalo Bills, what wide receiver caught the miraculous 61-yard touchdown as time expired in the playoffs to help the Minnesota Vikings defeat the New Orleans Saints? The wide receiver who caught the miraculous 61-yard touchdown, it's Stefan Diggs. Stefan Diggs, your correct response for number nine. 41% got that one right. And we are on to our final question of round number two. During the 17th century, what Haitian island off the northwest coast of Hispaniola was home to a pirate seaport and was a haven for ships to make repairs and resupply? That Haitian island off the northwest coast of Hispaniola, that was a pirate seaport in the 17th century, is Tortuga. Tortuga, your correct response for number 10. Tricky, tricky, but 54% of you got that one right. Well done. That does bring us to the end of round number 2. Let us check in with our standings briefly before we head into our third round of the evening. Our top teams, as it stands right now, we've got a tie in 9th place with 16 points, dog sitting the Blue Shells, and Team Nidhogg tied in 7th with 17 points, Play-Doh's Republic, and why not Zoidberg? And we have a tie for first place. No perfect scores this game. Happy to see that. We like to challenge you a little bit here. With 18 out of a possible 20 points, Tortured Gravy Department, We Drink and We Know Things 12 and 69, the novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000, Not Enough Urkels, and actually, well played. We've got a game going on here. You're doing very well. And did you know that in addition to playing with us here this evening, we also do private events, and we can put something together for you, whether you're looking for a gathering for you and your work colleagues, or perhaps something more personal like a birthday party or a wedding party. We want to be a part of it. Reach out to me, Meredith, at nyctrivialeague.com, and we will get things in motion. We would love to work with you. It's always a pleasure when we hear from teams who play with us here. We can customize the content to fit your interests. We can even add in personal questions about you or about your company into the game. Reach out to me. Let's make it happen. Our third round of the night is in the category of Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Sprechen Sie Deutsch is our theme. We're talking German in round 3. We're speaking German, rather. Let's do it. Round 3, question number 1. Actress Franca Potenti plays what title character in a 1998 German thriller about a woman who must rush to get 100,000 Deutschmarks to save her boyfriend from being killed? Judging from most of the scores coming in, most of the responses coming in, you do follow me on Instagram probably and saw that this one was my hint of the night. That movie is called Run, Lola, Run. Lola is the name of that character, as in Run, Lola, Run. If you don't already, follow me at Trivia Meredith. I'll help boost your score a little bit next time we bring you a brand new fresh quiz, which, by the way, is not next week. I will not be here next week, but the following week I will return. That is Wednesday, the 22nd of May at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. However, there is something going on here next Wednesday. The movie quiz is back for one night with a full Star Wars quiz. So that's going to be at our usual showtime, 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Wednesday, May 15th. And you can get signed up for that game by heading to play.themoviequiz.com. Should be a ton of fun. Celebrate May the 4th just on May the 15th. I hope you'll join us next week for that. Back to round number 3. We are talking about German words and German movies? Let's do it. Round three, question number two. We got a multiple choice question on our hands. Based in Hamburg, Der Spiegel is one of the largest weekly news publications in Europe, whose name translates to English as what household object? Der Spiegel means the Mirror. The Mirror is the name of that publication. Makes sense. We have publications called that in English as well. Question number three. Played by comedic actor Zach Woods, Pied Piper business advisor Jared Dunn inexplicably speaks fluent German in his sleep in a season 2 episode of what HBO series? That HBO series featuring Zach Woods as inexplicably German speaking Jared Dunn. It's Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley, your correct response for number three. Question number four. What German word that literally means time spirit has been co opted into the English language and is used to describe what is going on culturally during a certain period? We've got a poltergeist, which means a noisy spirit, and a zeitgeist, which is a time spirit. Zeitgeist, your correct response. So for number four, our fifth question in this Sprechen Sie Deutsch round. German author Hermann Hesse wrote what noted 1922 novel about a man in ancient India and Nepal who leaves his home in search of enlightenment? The title character shares his name with the Gautama Buddha, the religious teacher and founder of Buddhism. That Hermann Hesse novel is called Siddhartha. Siddhartha, your correct response for number 5. How'd you do? 64% of you got that one correct. Question number 6. What metal rock band founded in Berlin, perhaps most famous for the song Du Hast, is named after an American Air Force base in southwestern Germany, though the band adds an extra M in the middle? Du Hast by the German metal band Rammstein. Your answer for number 6, our 7th question in this German-themed round. Here we go. Sandwiched by Austria and Switzerland, and with a population of less than 40,000 people, what European country with the capital of Vaduz is by far the smallest country that lists German as an official language? The smallest country that lists German as an official language. It's Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein, your correct response for number 7. Question number 8. German scientist Wilhelm Röntgen won the inaugural Nobel Prize in Physics in 1901 for his study and discovery of which of the following? You got 4 options there. Wilhelm Röntgen. Winner of the inaugural Nobel Prize in Physics, done for his discovery and study of X-rays, is your correct answer for number 8. Question number 9. Founded in 1922 in Bonn, Germany by confectioner Hans Riegel, what candy company is one of the most notable names in gummy candy production, most closely associated with creating the gummy bear? The company's name is actually an abbreviation of his name, Hans Riegel, and Bonn, Germany. We've got Haribo. Haribo, your correct answer for number 9. And our final question of round number 3, literally meaning double goer. What German word is sometimes used in English to describe a biologically unrelated look-alike of another person? A double goer, aka a doppelganger. Doppelganger, your answer for number 10. 89% of you got it right, but I will say every single team who submitted got it right. That does bring us to the end of round number 3. We've got one more category left this evening. Let's check in with our top teams as we head into our final round. Tied in 7th right now with 26 points, Dog Sitting, Plato's Republic, the Blue Shells, and Team Nidhogg. In 6th with 27 points, the novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000. And tied for the lead with 28 points, Tortured Gravy Department, We Drink and We Know Things 12 and 69. Not Enough Urkels, and actually, our final category, the picture round tonight, is all about 2023 TV premieres and finales. In this round, you are going to see 10 images of TV shows that either aired their premiere or their finale last year, 2023. It is your goal to name the TV show based on the still from the TV show. You have 5 minutes to work on this round. Please make sure that you put your answers in the correct order. I'll check in with you all about halfway through. Then after the round, we'll go over the correct answers and move into our final question of the evening, the tiebreaker question. Let's do it, everybody. Please name these TV shows. Oh, hey, we are halfway through the picture round. Hope it's going well for you all. Reminder, we're looking for the name of the TV show that either had its premiere or finale in 2023. And we've got a tiebreaker question coming at you in about 2 minutes. It's happening, everybody. If you haven't done so already, make sure you submit your answers. 20 seconds starting now. Image number one, premiering on Apple TV Plus in 2023, starring Rebecca Ferguson and David Oyelowo. That show is called Silo, is your answer for number one. Image number two, based on a cartoon strip of the same name, it is called Strange Planet. Image number three, that show is called Shrinking. Image number four, that series is called Beef. Image number five, yes, Natasha Lyonne also stars on Russian Doll, though on that show she has bright red hair, and it may come back. It has not yet been determined. This show, however, did debut last year, and it is called Poker Face. Poker Face is your answer. Our next image, number six, concluding last year, it's the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Image number seven, it's The Flash. The Flash ended last year. Image number eight, that is a still from Star Trek Picard. Picard. I had to say Picard somewhere in there in order for me to give you the point for this one. Simply Star Trek, too vague. I'm sorry to say. Image number nine, a series that ended last year. It's The Goldbergs. And lastly, image number 10, that series is The Great. The Great, your correct answer. Let us see how you did. And then move into our final question, our tiebreaker to close out this game. As always, the tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal as you place your response to the tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number, meaning that you can guess over or under the number. In the event that you're part of a tie, whoever's closer is going to break that tie. Let's do it. Your question tonight to close out the game. Give us your best guess. How many total episodes aired of the TV sitcom The Goldbergs? The TV sitcom The Goldbergs was on for 10 seasons and a total of 229 episodes. 229, your answer for the tiebreaker. We'll post the results of this tiebreaker on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League as soon as we're able to do so. So keep an eye out to see what ended up happening with this tie here tonight. Reminder, everybody, 1 week from today, our quiz is going to be a little bit different than usual. It's going to be a Star Wars themed movie quiz, which you can check out by heading to play.themoviequiz.com at our usual time. So that's going to be Wednesday, May 15th at 8 o'clock Eastern time. I hope very much that you all will be there. And we will be back with our next virtual quiz in 2 weeks' time. So that'll be Wednesday, May 22nd at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Let us head on over to the winner's circle and see what happened tonight. Finishing up our quiz tonight in a tie for 13th place with 32 points, we have Dog Sitting, Plato's Republic, Moe's and Mecco, Jackass Incorporated, and Pieced It Together. Tied in 10th with 33 points. The Novelization of Aaron Brockovich, 2000, Long Pond, Old Goats, and Chi-Chi's Forever. Tied in 8th with 34 points, Team 578 and Nidhogg. Tied in 5th with 35 points, Not Enough Urkels and Team 578, as well as the Blue Shells. Tied in 3rd with 36 points, We Drink and We Know Things 12 and actually, and tied for the lead tonight with 37 points. We whittled it down to just 2 teams with that picture round. Tortured, Gravy Department, and We Drink and We Know Things 69. Very well played, everybody. I will miss you next week, but I hope that you have fun with the Star Wars movie quiz. We'll see you real soon. Be well, everyone, and thank you for playing tonight. Thank you so much to Peter for helping to put together the quiz, and one more time, happy birthday to you. Thank you all so much for joining, and thank you to our writing team for helping to put together this game. Thank you to Cullen for making this possible. Thank you to Murr and the Rizio team for creating the software you all played the quiz on. See you in 2 weeks. Check out the movie quiz. Bye, everyone.